Welcome everyone to today's webinar, introducing our latest marketing channel, Little Travel Europe. Presenting today is Robert Ruda, Head of Product at Little Travel Europe. He'll speak for a period of time, after which we will have some time set aside for Q&A. Go ahead and take it away, Robert.
Thank you very much, Gavin. And let me start by saying thank you to the whole ResNexus team for the past month. Setting up this direct connection with you was a real pleasure, and we look forward to a successful partnership in the coming years. And we have already signed more than 100 ResNexus properties, and the bookings are going well. So yeah, we're really looking forward to the future. Thanks as well to everybody who is joining us today. Thanks for taking the time to listening to our story, and let's get started. My name is Robert. I'm 34 years old, and I live with my family in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And I started working for this company in 2015 as a product manager for New Zealand. And after 4 years developing New Zealand as a destination, I started focusing only on the United States and Canada. And currently I'm the manager of a team of product managers who are dedicated to the United States and Canada. And here on the left, you see me on a work trip in Montana. And as you can see, it's really a tough job. And I really enjoy working with small scale business owners because it's really rewarding bringing them European guests that otherwise would not have found them, and helping their business grow. So here's what we would like to discuss with you today. First, we would like to explain who we are at Little Travel Europe and what our travel philosophy is. And then we would like to describe who our clients are, your future guests. And we would like to go into the type of accommodations we like to work with and who we are looking for specifically. And then what a partnership with Little Travel looks like and what steps to take to become a Little Travel host. So the purpose of this webinar is to introduce you to Little Travel Europe and inform you what we are about. And ultimately, we would like to send our European travelers to your property in the future using the direct connect option via ResNexus. So let's start by explaining who we are and what we do at Little Travel Europe. To understand who we are, it is important to explain a little bit more where we come from. Little Travel Europe was founded in 2019 by Andrew Morton as a new brand of mother company Travel Essence, which he already founded in 2006. And Travel Essence focuses on travel from Europe to Australia and New Zealand. And with Little Travel Europe, we focus on the United States and Canada as destinations. And we also send Europeans on holiday to these destinations. So we have 16 years of experience. And as a company, we have a strong focus on small-scale tourism, working with small-scale businesses. And we have a personal approach both towards our customers and towards our partners in the United States and Canada. Our company is based in Europe, and we have 10 offices spread out over the Netherlands, Germany, and recently also in the UK. Our head office is based in the Netherlands, and this is also where our product team is, dedicated to the United States and Canada. So we have a total of 76 staff working at the entire company. And as you can see, our clients are from the Netherlands, from Germany, Belgium, Switzerland, and Austria, and the UK. But all of our clients speak English very well, so you can have an actual conversation with them. So as said before, we are based in Europe, and we send people on holidays to Australia and New Zealand with Travel Essence. But in this webinar, we will focus only on Little Travel Europe, where we send Europeans on holiday to Canada and to the United States. The most important thing about us to understand is that we are not an OTA, but instead we are a boutique and old-fashioned travel agency, which means that we do not sell anything online. Therefore, we are not an OTA. So instead, we meet all of our clients in person, and we sit down with them for several hours. And together with them, we create their self-drive itinerary of 3 to 7 weeks. And we work directly with small-scale accommodations and activities that we include in a unique itinerary for them. So every itinerary is unique, and it contains more than 20 individual components. And we organize everything for our clients, from their rental car, their flights, all of their accommodations, their activities, their ferries, everything. So we take everything away for our clients. As a company, it is our mission to make small-scale travel to the United States and Canada the new norm, because we really believe that this is the best way to experience your country and really be on a holiday. Even though we are not an OTA, we do understand the importance of having a strong online presence. So we do invest strongly in an online marketing strategy, and we advertise on all of our local websites in the Netherlands, in Germany, and in the UK. We organize presentations in all of our offices, but also online for potential clients who are interested in Canada or in the United States. We invest in radio commercials and in newspapers, magazines, and of course on all of the social media channels that you are used to. So all of our itineraries that we built are built on the basis of our travel philosophy. And this means that all of our itineraries have small scale accommodations and tours in them. They're slow paced, and all of our clients travel with a rental car and not with a large RV or a large camper car. And we have a strong focus on sustainability. So let's discuss these in a little bit more detail. We believe that by staying at small scale accommodations, you really get in touch with the locals, and thereby you receive the best local advice. Therefore, we choose accommodations that are a little bit off the beaten path, and we really understand that our accommodation partners provide the experience for our clients, and therefore we build long-lasting partnerships with our suppliers. And the type of accommodations we like to work with are bed and breakfasts, cabins, glamping tents, ranches, small lodges and inns, boutique hotels in the cities, those type of small scale properties. We also slow our clients down because we want them to really be on a holiday. This means that we do not believe in one-night stays, and we always try to promote 2 to 5 nights in every location that they stay in. And in between 2 locations, we don't want our clients to drive for more than 3 or 4 hours to their next destination. This means that the clients that you will host are relaxed and arrive well prepared, and it also gets you to save on turnover costs because our clients stay a little bit longer. All of our clients travel with a rental car, and this means that it's a lot easier to explore an area instead of with a large RV. So they really get to use their accommodation as a home base, and from their accommodation explore the area during the day. For us and for our clients, sustainability is very important. So by working with small scale companies, our clients get to spend their money locally into the local economy, and we create work and income for the local community. And in addition, we also offset all of our clients' carbon emissions resulting from their travel. For us, being a boutique travel agency means we are the best of both worlds. On the outside, towards our customers, we are an old-fashioned travel company providing sound advice about their destinations. But on the inside, internally, we constantly develop and improve our new systems. And our IT development team created our complete own infrastructure, and this also resulted in the being able to make a connection with the ResNexus system. Now let's discuss who our clients are, which might be your future guests. Our clients are solo travelers, couples, small families, or small groups, for example, 2 couples traveling together. They are active, but they're not really thrill seekers, and they enjoy nature and wildlife and food and wine, and they're interested in your local culture and your local history. Our clients have the time to travel, which means that we often get to book them outside of your peak seasons. It also allows them to travel slow and really be relaxed on their holiday. And they're generally respectful and nice people who are well prepared and treat your property as if it were their own. In 2022, our customers rated us with a 9.4 out of 10, and they all enjoyed the personal approach that we provide and really getting in touch with the locals by staying at small scale accommodations. So how do we make these guests so happy? We visit all of our clients at their home, and we sit down with them for several hours to discuss their itinerary. And we really listen to what they would like to get out of their holiday. And this allows us to match the right type of clients to the right type of accommodation. After we sat down with our clients, we create an itinerary in our system, and we send them a proposal with images and descriptions of their holiday. And when they are happy with our proposal, they sign our booking form. And only when they have signed our booking form, we start booking everything in. And this happens usually 4 to 12 months in advance. So because we book so far in advance, usually 4 to 12 months, and because clients cannot change their accommodations after they have signed our booking form, we have very few cancellations. We cancel less than 1% of our bookings. And this means that you have a great outlook of what your upcoming season with Little Travel Europe looks like. And we do not keep your rooms occupied and then just before the client would have arrived, cancel them. It really means that your clients that are booked by us are coming to stay. So if you are interested to host these happy European travelers and you own a unique small scale property in the United States or Canada, then we are looking for you. During the pandemic and after the pandemic, we saw a strong increase in the type of travel that we offer. So clients were more interested to travel away from the crowds and staying off the beaten track. And they also wanted to travel by themselves with a rental car and staying at small scale accommodations away from the crowds. So as a company, we see a strong increase in demand and we are growing as a company. And therefore, we are looking for more accommodations to send our clients to in the future that are unique, off the beaten track, hosted by enthusiastic locals. For example, bed and breakfasts, small boutique lodges, but also cabins, glamping sites, and holiday homes. As you can understand, the pandemic in 2020 and 2021 was a challenging time for us. But fortunately, we received good government support and we were able to keep our staff on board. And in 2022, we had our first good year again, and we created a total of 1,500 itinerary packages for our clients. So as a company, we sent 4,500 customers on holiday to our destinations. And we have been selling many 2023 holidays already. And this year, therefore, promises to be even busier than normal. So we are looking for more accommodation options. If you are interested to work with us, we will have a chat with you and we will discuss the terms of our partnership with you. One of the most important things to discuss is the commission structure that both of us are happy with. So we work on a commission basis with all of our suppliers, but we do not charge one flat fee to all of our suppliers. Instead, we tailor make a commission structure that works for your business needs, and it can depend on several factors. For example, the length of stay. What really works for us is to increase the commission a little bit when more nights are booked, and thereby we incentivize our sales teams to book 4 nights, for example, instead of 3 nights. So we would sit down with you and we discuss and listen to your needs as a business, and then together with you create a commission structure that we are both happy with. With ResNexus, we can pool your advertised rate from your calendar directly. We will deduct the agreed commission from it, and then to the net rate, we will add all of the taxes and the fees. And this remaining rate, the net rate plus taxes and plus fees, will be the rate we will pay you 7 days at least before your clients arrive. And this means that you don't have to send us an invoice for commission. We don't charge you anything afterwards, and there are no credit card costs or other costs involved for the receiving party. We just use a direct bank transfer and pay the money into your account. So as said before, we rarely cancel, but we would like to know your cancellation policy in advance and we will review it. And if it is acceptable, we will include it in our agreement. So in the rare case that a cancellation does happen, we will follow your cancellation policy. What are the next steps to becoming a Little Travel host? The first step would be to activate the direct connect option in your ResNexus back office. You can click on the connect button and register to open the connection to Little Travel Europe. Then step 2 is to click on get in touch with Little Travel Europe, and this will bring you to our partner website where you can fill in a web form, and this informs us a little bit more about your property. We will then schedule an online meeting with you and discuss the terms of our partnership. And when we have the agreement drawn up, the only thing you have to do is sit back and relax and wait for the bookings to arrive in your ResNexus calendar. Thank you very much for listening, and we would love to hear from you and start sending our European travelers to your doorstep.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Robert. That was very well done. If you enjoyed this webinar and want to view any of our past webinars, you can do so by going to resnexus.com, and down at the bottom there's a webinars section, and there you can click on the view webinar button to register for the upcoming one as well as view any past ones. All right, and now we have the Q&A section of the presentation. So if you have any questions, please submit them at this time and we will try and get those answered for you.
All right, and while we're waiting for questions to come in, I actually had one for you, Robert. So Little Travel Europe is looking for unique and rustic stays, but not tent sites, right? My question is, what if a property has cabins as well as tent sites? Would that make them eligible or not?
Thanks. That's a very good question. It really depends a little bit on whether it's really a campsite or whether there are also some cabins that are a bit away from the campsite, and then we would only sell the cabins to our customers. So it depends a little bit. But if you have a campsite with cabins on it, please get in touch with us and we can discuss the possibilities and see if it works out.
Fantastic, thank you. We have someone asking, how is the commission determined? Our rates vary depending on the season and size of room. Can you tell us anything about that?
It really depends on how the property owner has structured their rates per season and per room. So we would go into a discussion with you and see what works for the both of us, right? So it really depends on what the property owner is willing to pay and how many bookings they would like to generate from us. Of course, it's about finding a balance for the both of us what works. So there's not really one answer to that question.
Right, sounds like a kind of a case by case situation. Do you have like a general percentage, like a ballpark?
It really varies between 10% and sometimes even 25% if properties get a lot of business from us and they have their rates structured around higher commission levels, so they have that they're able to absorb those commission levels and in return get a lot of business from us. So it really depends.
Okay, great, thank you. Another person asks, once a lodging is registered with Little Travel Europe, how can we see our listing for Little Travel Europe?
Well, we don't sell anything online, so we would have our sales teams informed about our new partner property, and then they would include it in their itineraries and discuss it with the clients. So all of our salespeople also go on familiarization trips to our destinations. So that will be a good way to get in touch with you and to get to know each other. Or someone from the product team will visit you, and then we would include it in our itineraries ourselves. So it's not that we list all of our properties on our websites.
Okay, that's great. A familiarization trip. I love that. Another person says, we are a bed and breakfast, but only take guests 12 and older, and would that be an issue?
That wouldn't be an issue. No, not at all. We have couples, but we also sometimes have families. But if you have a minimum age requirement or a minimum night stay requirement or anything like that, then we can just include it in our booking terms, and we would only book people that are older than 12 years.
Okay, great. I have another question here. What areas of the U.S. are your customers most interested in?
Also a very good question. The US is very large, but many of our customers want to go to the Southwest, but also basically everywhere, to be honest. But the Northwest, the Rocky Mountains, the Deep South, Texas, but also New England and the eastern states. So basically everywhere.
Makes sense. Like I said, it's a big country.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, that's all the questions I'm seeing at this time. I'll keep it open for another few minutes to see if any more come in. But in the meantime, I'd just like to thank you again, Robert, for coming and doing this webinar for us. Really appreciate it, and you did a fantastic job. I think we all just appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. And like I said, I'll give it another minute or so. If you have a question, now's the time. Otherwise, you can use the contact information on the screen to get in contact with Little Travel Europe. Okay, I do have a few more questions here. So someone asks, so is the rate one flat rate regardless of the length of the stay?
No, we can do that, but we can also incentivize longer stays by increasing the commission. For example, if you have a commission level that works for 2 nights and 3 night stays, and then you have an average length of stay of 3 nights, but you want to have more 4 night stays, then what we can do is say, okay, we offer a little bit more commission on a 4 night stay, and there when our sales teams are then creating their itineraries, they would be inclined to book a 4 night stay instead of a 3 night stay. And that's better for you, but it's also better for us because we would get a little bit more commission, and it's better for the clients because they are more relaxed and they get to stay a little bit longer at your property. So it's a win-win for all 3 parties.
For sure, for sure. All right, let's see. Another question is, do you have groups that are interested in hiking and outdoor holidays?
Definitely, but yeah, groups. It's small groups, so couples and families, and definitely they're into hiking and doing day hikes, and they're generally very active. But as said, they're not they're not thrill seekers, so they wouldn't go down a fast rapid with a boat. But they would definitely go on a day hike, or they would go horse riding or mountain biking or activities like that, going on a kayak down the river. So those type of activities, definitely.
Okay, great. Another question is this mostly for outdoor venues or cities? So how urban are we talking? Somewhere like that's close to the outdoors, or somewhere that's in the outdoors?
Yeah, it's in the outdoors, but it's also city. So if you imagine a European couple going on a 3 or 4 week holiday to the United States or Canada, they would arrive in a city, and they might stay for 3 nights in the city, and then pick up their rental car at the city rental car place, and then drive outside of the city and go into the outdoors, and then stay at a nice bed and breakfast or an outdoor property, and then have a few stops in the outdoors, and then visit another city for a couple of days. So it's a mix of what the client wants, and when we meet them, we listen to what they want to get out of a holiday, right? So they might live in a city in Europe themselves, and they might be more interested to only be outdoors, and then we wouldn't book them into the city. So yeah, it's a mix of everything.
Okay, great. And we had one more question. Someone was asking if they already work with Little Travel Europe, would they have to switch if they switch to ResNexus? Would you have a direct channel to their calendar? And the answer is yes. You would be able to be integrated with Little Travel Europe in ResNexus as well. We have another question. This person says, I am in a small tourist historic town in Arkansas. Does that sound like an interest to your clients?
For sure, definitely. Yeah, of course.
Easy one.
Yeah, let's have a chat about it, and we'd be very interested to hear more about it, and then see if we can include it in a nice itinerary that we offer.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay. If there are no other questions, I believe that will be the end of the webinar. Thank you everyone so much for attending and asking questions and being engaged. And thank you again, Robert. This is a great webinar, and I think we all learned a lot.
Thanks very much for listening, everybody.
Yes, thank you very
we
much.
hope to hear from you.
All right, have a great rest of your day, everybody.